like a mess, guys. It's a mess.
No, show your hair.
But I love my hair.
Can you turn around and
Yes.
show it? Look at that. So private.
My hair is as high as I am.
Look at that. Oh my God, so beautiful. Anyways, you guys.
So hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm Miss Unicorn Hair.
Yes, Miss Unicorn Hair. Oh my God, I totally forgot I was going to put up my Facebook. But hi.
Hi, how are you guys doing? I know you can't answer, but you can comment.
Yes. So hi to all the replay viewers. This is like number, I was just going to look what number this is. This is like either 8 or 9 of my like Inspiring You to Win series. Hi, Rick.
Hi, Rick. Nice to meet you.
So this is my lovely friend, Vic. I met her from my lovely friend, Ash. Ash, I know you're probably going to watch this at some point, you know?
Hi, Ash.
I'm just going to put it on your news feed. Yeah.
How you doing?
Hi, Joe. Hi, everybody. So I recently was on a panel for like social media, and I see her there, which was perfect.
Yeah, it was all about advertising art and advertising yourself as a local artist, and Quinn was there just like sharing her knowledge and like everything she knows about the community. It was amazing.
It was
Great
amazing.
panel.
And you said some great things too, which I want to get into, but I knew that you were creative, but I did not know you had 3 accounts where you're like, bam, bam, bam.
So yeah, I should introduce myself.
Yes, I know, we just got into it. But yes, Vic, before she introduced herself, my experience of her, okay, is that obviously fucking creative. She's creative as heck, okay? And I was blown away. I was blown away with some of the pictures that I saw. I was like, oh wow, you make that, and then you do this. So like she performs as well, and she makes all these costumes, and it's almost like what creative thing can you not do? And you do arts and crafts, you know? And
honestly, I feel like I just am like a kindergarten teacher that got into like an arts and crafts store and never stopped. I never left.
I love that.
Which is funny because like day job, I actually am a teacher. But so yeah, Quinn was kind of talking about how I do drag, I do burlesque, I do acrobatics, I do costume design. So some of you might know me from the local Sacramento scene as Vic Knives. Mm-hmm. My name's Victoria. Hi.
Yeah.
But locally I go by Vic or Vic Knives. My drag name is Sir Vix. I thought that was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, Sir Vix. And I'll tag all her Instagram stuff above here too. She has 3 accounts. Okay, can you I have 3. So my first account is at Vic Knives. That's at VICKNIVES. Oh, that's a funny little screen grab, isn't it?
Yes, I'm going to share this on my Quynhforthewin page. That's why there's 2 screens going on right now.
So that's my burlesque and my personal account. My drag account is at sir.vix.official. And that's where you can catch me doing all my drag performances, where I normally perform at Badlands Monday nights at 10:30. Which is After Hours with Apple Adams. Hi, Apple, if you see this.
Okay.
And so I perform drag a lot there, as well as the Perky Passionettes, which is a local burlesque drag variety show. And then I also perform with Sac Horror Film Festival and Amber Sweets, doing Rocky Horror and Clue, and
amazing.
And then I costume drag queens in my spare time because sleep is for the dead. But no, I feel like I found a way to monetize ADHD.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So I want to get into that. And before we get into all of that, I mean, obviously you're doing so much, and all of this is in alignment with who you are. Would you say, like, they all represent a part of you?
Yeah, I feel like my personality has a lot of different components, and I've found avenues to express different parts of myself.
Yes, and so I want to get into like before even figuring all this out, because there's a lot of people watching that don't know what the hell their passions are. They don't know, you know, it's so easy. Would you say most of us are we have a job, maybe some of us are still going to school, or we're not going to school, and then maybe some of us are moms and dads, and then that is it. That is it. And I know that there's so much to us.
There's so much. We're incredibly diverse people, and even someone like me who performs a lot, like that's not my entirety. I got my degree from UC Davis in education and English. I work with at-risk and LGBT youth in at-risk district substitute teaching, and I really like baths and sitting alone with my cat. And it's really hard to make spaces for all those different parts of yourself.
Right? Like living in like everything that you are, you know, and
especially with how connected we are with social media and everything. It's so hard to make those different spaces for yourself.
Yes, and I'm a huge person of living by your truth, which, I mean, that's such a simple, powerful statement to say, but to actually live by it is because we have so many distractions. We have other outside influences saying that what we should do or what looks right.
Telling us who we are.
Telling us who we are. Oh, no, you shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't be that. Someone else wouldn't like that, you know. I keep coming back to, I don't think I would have gotten this far. And I'm not saying I'm a big deal or anything.
But just where you are today, you know, you would say it's a big...
I'm not sure I would have ever gotten there if I wasted my days caring, like, exactly what people thought all the time. Because, like, my dad always told me, don't pierce your face. No one will ever employ you. You'll never get a job.
Oh, we
don't
hear
get
that tattoos. Yes.
Yeah, I got them. Don't cut your hair short. Don't dye it crazy colors.
Yeah, everything.
Every no I said yes to. Hi, Anna. Oh my God, that's my friend Anna.
Yay.
Anna, you are the cutest. Anna is actually a lovely person. Sidetrack a little bit. Okay. I made her an Eskimo onesie. Like this onesie, and it's all for, not Eskimo, Ewok. Ewok. Not Eskimo, Ewok. And no, she's adorable. And she has this whole fur Ewok. And she looks just like...
You got to post that picture down below, Anna.
Anna, you post that picture down below. I need you to share that for me. But yeah, Anna's amazing. Anyway, so... I've been told for a lot of my life, don't do this, don't do that. Yes. You'll never get this, you'll never get that. And I have more jobs than I can handle right now. And I did everything everyone told me wouldn't get me a job. So, and now and just don't go by what other people tell you will and won't work. Because there's so many avenues. There's so many options out there. And why waste your life living a life that's been lived 10,000 times before?
Right. Like, let's go back to, like, you're a teacher, right? People would say, oh my gosh, teachers are allowed to, like, dye their hair short and, like...
Teachers are not allowed.
Piercing and tattoos and stuff, but yet you are a teacher. And on top of that, you have all these, like, gigs that... Yep. Now, allow you to be you.
A crazy little person. Ewok. But I think a big key with that was finding a way to diversify and create those kind of like isolated zones, because my students don't need to know I do burlesque. Like, hey, look at your teacher's titties. You don't need that. Sorry for the younger viewers. You don't need that. There's an appropriate time and place for everything.
Right. So you decided to create these avenues where you can express fully of what you do in different categories.
Exactly. Yeah. You create these spaces for yourself where there's a part of yourself that might not be appropriate in one place, and that's okay, because it's begged for and prayed for and cried for in a whole other space. And if people are begging for you in one space, then go to that space. That's where you're needed. That's where you're wanted.
It's where you're appreciated.
Exactly. Go where you're appreciated.
Hello.
And there's always going to be a place that will appreciate you. You just have to find it.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Emily just got on and she's like, collaboration.
Oh, yes, we got to collaborate. Two heads better than one.
Yes. Okay. I want to know, can we go back to a place where none of this was here? Okay.
Oh, before
all of this.
Then Little Vic Knives was just Little Victoria.
I mean, like, we all have so much. I always like to go back to the pain areas or like to the lost areas, because I know that people
how much time you got.
Okay, we could go through like highlights or something that really stands out, but like, it's so amazing to see this, and I relate to that because the reason why I even started doing live streaming is because of pain. Yeah, I had no one to talk to. I was like, dude, where am I the only person who is on this road to X, Y, and Z? Like, am I the only one?
Isolation.
Yeah, like, seriously. So, like, that's why me and social media have a very intimate relationship.
Right.
Well, I started sharing myself on
where drag popped up for me.
Okay.
So before I started drag, so this is my little story. Pull up a chair.
Yes.
Before I started drag, I was cycling from one abusive relationship to the next.
Ooh, okay.
I was having really painful, like, coping mechanisms with the ways other people would put their painful journeys on me. It wasn't necessarily that it was my fault or they were mad at me, but they were going through pain, and it became my fault, even though it wasn't.
Ooh, so people who were in pain started attaching themselves to you.
And hurt people, and I found you cope with it, but you find your peace with it, and it took time to heal.
That's
but I was kind of isolating because of those pains and trying to deal with them alone, because I thought, I'm no one's burden. Y'all don't want to hear how I'm going through a bad day. You guys only want me to entertain you or be happy or whatever. So I tried to keep it to myself. And then I joined drag, and I started getting just applauded and praised for the fact that I connected with my audience. And they said, that's the reason people want to work with you, is because you're honest with them. And because you're connecting with them and they feel seen by you. And I'm like, well, if they want to be seen by me, maybe they want to also see me as well. So I started performing routines that mattered to me. Routines that like, I originally started just performing Kurt Cobain because I had blonde hair and I kind of looked like Kurt Cobain.
So it worked out.
But then I started performing routines that really mattered to me. And at this last Perky Passionette show, which is a troupe that I perform with really frequently, I think it's the second Thursday of every month. So I'll be at the next one too. It's going to be Make America Perky again.
And then where's it at?
It's at Sidetrack.
Oh, okay. Sidetrack.
Second Thursday in the neighborhood on K Street. And this last Perky Passionette show, I did a routine to Let You Down by NF. It's that whole, like, I'm sorry that I let you down. And I did the routine as basically someone transitioning from female to male.
Ooh,
and kind of living the bi-gender, like gender fluid kind of journey and lack of acceptance from family figures. And I was like, this is going to be, people think drag and they think camp and fun and, Trixie Mattel and RuPaul.
Sure.
RuPaul. They don't necessarily think like pain and like suffering and connection pieces. And so I wasn't sure how it would go. And at the end of the show, I just got embraced by my drag dad and my drag brother and audience members, and people kept coming up to me and just sharing their story about how their fathers never accepted them or their mothers turned them out. And I've made more money doing other numbers, but I don't think I've ever turned a profit like that. Like, just knowing that I mattered to somebody in that moment.
So you guys see that? Like, we're so focused on monetizing our passions, but when we make it,
only profit.
That's not the only. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love it that you said that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Money's not the only profit. Would you say it's that experience and like something with moving people?
Yeah.
Connecting.
Yeah, like it's kind of like that namaste principle, the light in yourself, recognizing the light in someone else, and just resonating with the humanity in another person. I don't know if I can put a price tag on that. I mean, after my bills are paid, I don't know. Bills, and then it's just about just caring about people and connecting, and a lot of those connections really helped me heal from a lot of the pain that I've been through and a lot of the hurt and abandonment, just knowing that I could connect with people again. And so that's a big drive and I just found a way to make a job out of the things that are really my coping skills.
Oh my God. I absolutely love that. That's where pain's into passion. Like, you hear that all the time, but that is a perfect example.
Can't spell passion without pain.
So was drag one of your very first outlets?
Oh no, that's actually the most recent.
Yeah, I feel like so because you were just saying I just did it.
My drag is actually pretty. I started. We're coming up on my year anniversary. I think I started. I started in July, so this month is my anniversary. I should really look up the date.
Happy 1 year anniversary of like choosing to express yourself and like owning that and being vulnerable with the audience.
I start before drag. Thank you, but like before drag, I'd actually done burlesque.
Yes.
And that I've been doing for about, I think, 6 years now.
Okay.
5 or 6 years now, and that I started out just like, kind of re-owning my body after some like sexual assault experience that honestly just adolescent relationships, sex ed is terrible in this country and people need to be taught about consent, and I found a way to forgive the person who did that to me because I don't think he was really aware of boundaries, and he wasn't, he had poor coping skills himself.
Right.
Sex ed and mental health outreach need to be more important in order to avoid painful situations. Anyway, so I joined Burlesque, and I joined Amber Sweets and Sac Horror Film Fest, who honestly started me on an artistic journey. of like public expression instead of just like sewing things in my room and being scared of people.
Yes, and that's one of the things that you do too. Yes. But yes, you want to get out.
But Jessica Friesen and Tim Munier, like, just shout outs you two. I could never thank you enough for bringing me out into the world and bringing me out of my cocoon and butterflying me.
Yes.
But yeah, I started Burlesque, and I started, doing shows just to, like, re-own my sexiness and be like, you can be sexy and it still not be your fault if you get touched or assaulted. And then I started doing routines about, like, assault and domestic violence, and I did a routine to "You Don't Own Me" with clips of Trump saying "grab her by the..."
Oh my
just
God!
spliced throughout on aerial hoop with pasties that just said no.
I got to interrupt for a second. I just want to like do a little blurb. You guys see how she got into all of this because of pain, and it was a way to heal for her.
Yeah, it's a psychological coping skill called sublimation, and I took a psychology class in high school because I had a really, really good school that had education about psychology and education about those kind of things. And I learned about sublimation, which is basically turning like pain and traumatic skills into art. And when I learned about that, that's around the time I picked up sewing, and I started just making ball gowns when I felt sad. And then sharing pictures of that ball gown, and people were like, "That's so amazing, I'd love to work with you." And then suddenly I had connection again. And I had, friends at anime conventions, and I had, friends that just wanted their pants fixed, and suddenly we became movie buddies. Like, I found a skill and a thing I could do to help my community, and my community accepted me more because of it. So it was, just work with your community. It just makes everyone better.
Right. And had you not went forward with all of this,
just
people
sat
can...
in that pain.
Yes, in the pain and being in the world of, what you're doing is not valuable. Like, what is that? You're sewing? What is that? You're
making little anime outfits. Yes. No one's ever going to pay you to dress up like Tifa from Final Fantasy. Well, guess what, Dad?
Yes, Dad, where are you? Like,
hey, no, actually, in all fairness, my dad was like, "You should be working at a shop." I'm like, "I just want to be a princess. Stop." And then I'm like, "Okay, you're right." Like, just yesterday, I was like, "Okay, you're right. I probably should have started a sewing business earlier. I'm working on it."
But the fact that you're still doing it.
Yeah, we all come around in our own time.
So what would you say to the people who have these ideas, right? Or maybe, no, you know what, it's a better idea? A lot of us, we're so great at hiding. Doing things that we like, and no one, it's a freaking secret. Mm-hmm. It's a freaking secret,
doing
and nobody knows.
And thinking that, honestly, I think the biggest commonality with that is people think that no one else cares about what you do.
Yeah.
People think that, this is easy. I know how to do it. Everyone else must know how to do it. Therefore, no one's going to care.
Yeah, like what I'm doing is not of value, basically. Like,
and I make these giant like costume horns out of like tinfoil and tape and wire, and I'm like, that's tinfoil and tape and wire. Who's going to care? I sold out of them at the last convention I vended, and I thought they were like this just stupid kindergarten craft.
Oh, that is so.
Because I assumed that what I had wasn't valuable to people. And what you have is valuable to people. You just have to find the right people to value you and what you do. And just put yourself out there. And even if it's scary, even if it doesn't work the first time, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're being you and living your truth without hurting someone else's truth.
Yeah, you're not hurting anyone.
You're not hurting anyone by living your life. I mean, don't like be an incel and be like, my truth is I want to put you in my trunk. That's not a truth. That's a disorder. I read a thing.
That's not a truth.
No, but like if your truth is, knitting vulva puppets. Which I have a friend who knits vulva puppets. She has a whole Instagram. Andrea Starling does pole and burlesque. She's amazing. Well, sorry, they are amazing.
Yeah.
And their work is incredible. They do drag and burlesque and they knit vulva puppets, little puppets that look like vulvas with little pearls.
Are you serious?
And they have an Instagram and they sell things and their work is beautiful. And
perfect what it is
and
that you're doing.
people love it. Perfect your weird.
Perfect. Okay, I gotta
find your weird and live it.
Perfect your weird.
Perfect your weird. It's because someone's gonna love it.
Someone's going to love it. Can you talk about the courage that it took from you to like? What was the very first thing? Okay, you talked about like the anime convention, how you had those horns.
Wow.
Was that like, or what was the first
my first venture into
yeah.
artistic communities was cosplaying when I was little.
Yeah.
At 13. And that was literally my friends being like, we need help with a thing, come with us. And it took my friends dragging me. And then I was like, okay,
no.
let's do it. And I'm the kind of person where like, it's hard to get me started, but once I get started, I really want to be the best and own it.
Yeah, because now you're in it. Now
don't
you're
put me on stage, just don't. Well, if I'm going to be here. Hi.
Now that I'm here.
I'm a ham, but it takes forever to get started.
It's like the gym. People use the gym all the time. Yeah. But once you're there, you're like, all right,
once you're there,
let's.
The hardest step is the first one. And like with everything I've done, the hardest step has been the first one. And I felt like throwing up the first time
it's terrifying.
I got on stage, the first time I took my costumes out, and then I just realized that there are more kind people than unkind out there. There's the unkind ones stick in our brain the hardest, but the kind ones we forget about.
I know, gosh, you
so
guys.
Like, we need to like remember the fact that there are more kind people out there than unkind, and just trust that there are probably more people like you than not like you. So just find your community and find a way to be positive within it.
I love that. And you guys, I relate that so much. Like when I first got on Periscope live streaming, I didn't know anyone on there.
No.
Like, I'm like, okay, this live streams to the whole wide world. Okay. And then I want to do something positive for myself because I was in a rut, breakups and you guys hear me talk about my breakup all the time because that was such a turning point. My breakup was like the best thing that's happened to me because it forced me to be by myself.
Dude, my breakup was the best thing that happened to me because it taught me boundaries and self-respect.
Yeah.
Like I met a person after that, my person, hi Ashley.
Yeah, Ash.
Which is how I met you. And I made so many better connections, and I learned boundaries and self-respect, and out of every painful thing, there's always something to learn. And you found Periscope, I found my community, and I found drag.
Yes.
And
through Periscope, I found community too. I just started sharing what I was grateful for every single day on there. Every night. Every effing night.
What was your last one?
Oh, my last one?
What was your last one you were grateful for?
Oh, I'm grateful every day. Last one I was grateful for. No, but now it's like become like an everyday thing. You know what I mean? You just
I can't remember my last one because I'm just so grateful. That's a good way to train your brain into gratitude. I love that.
Oh, but I would say the last thing I was grateful for was one of my friends surprised me for my birthday. On Sunday.
I saw that. I saw pictures.
Yes. So, grateful for friends. And then there was something that happened yesterday that I was grateful for. You know what? I was grateful for, I experienced queso yesterday. I broke my word with someone who's been there. You know, you said you're going to be there and you weren't there. So I was grateful for that though, because what stings is what you remember. And, you know, when you touch a hot stove, you're like,
you know not to do that again.
You know, it's something that I'm practicing, but we slip up sometimes, and I'm grateful for that experience because it just kind of like, oh, Quinn.
It shocked you back into your morals and recognized that you have like a compass and reaffirmed yourself.
Yes, and to make sure that my phone doesn't die in the morning, to charge my phone at night. Even though I'm lazy, charge your phone at night.
It's plugged in right now.
Yeah, see?
And I charged it last night. I need an upgrade.
Because I leave reminders on my phone. And if my phone's not on, I'm like,
when you're tied to like social media as part of your everyday life, your battery is just like, and it's dead for no reason. So. No, so I get that. I think it's good to be grateful for the things that reaffirm who we are.
Yeah, like I'm grateful that happened because now I'm learning. Like that just stung. Anything that stings, I feel like that stands out so much more. Kind of like tough love. I felt like that was life giving me tough love. Like, see, charge your phone, see what happened. Like, how many times has this happened?
Well, I was actually just talking to my dad the other day, which I guess the most grateful thing I'm grateful for is I now have a positive relationship with my dad. Was not the same growing up.
Wow, look at that.
But I was really grateful for the fact that we were talking the other day, and he was giving me some advice because I was talking about like, just like having a hard time opening up to new people because I recognize how people in the past have changed. And I fear that people in the future might change.
That's
and wanting to help people, but not wanting to help too much. And he always said, and he looked at me and he said, if you keep fixing mistakes for other people, they never learn their lessons. So don't interrupt their learning. So it was kind of
your dad,
I'm like, you should have had me later. You're a way better dad now. But like he was kind of reminding me that like that you've got to learn these lessons, and that goes for other people, that goes for yourself. And if people constantly popped up to fix everything in your life, you'd never learn to be better. You'd never learn better skills. You would never develop and grow.
For sure.
So like he was also quoting Avengers. He's like, if you're never enough without the suit, you'll never be enough with it, kid. And you're enough without the suit. And I was like, could you have said that when I needed that?
So what? Okay, I'm curious. What shifted for your relationship with you and your dad? What was the starting point? Because I started getting better in communication with my mom, and I'm seeing, but it took baby steps, so I'm seeing like it's changed a lot.
Baby steps is just ding ding keyword. Well, growing up, I think honestly, my parents had kids too young, and my mom handled it really well, and my dad did not handle it very well. And I've been kind of putting myself in his place, because at my age, he had a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old. So I was 4 when and I don't have any kids right now, and I couldn't imagine having a 1-year-old, let alone a 4 and a 5-year-old, like one kid.
Yeah.
So like on one level, I think he was just too young, but he also grew up in a really like conservative, very very like stringent Italian Catholic.
Yes.
Bigoted, and he's the most open-minded one in his family, but that's not saying much.
Yeah.
And as he got older, he got more exposure to different ways of thinking. I think the Obama election did a lot to change his mindset, and realize that different people are different, not bad. He also did not know I was super, super gay growing up.
Yeah.
But the divorce happened with my parents, and he got remarried. And I think, I love my mom, but they weren't good for each other.
Yeah, you saw
I think his new partner is very like, she cracks the whip. And she's also got like a daughter who's my stepsister. Hi, Megan, if you see this later. And Megan is amazing, just amazing young woman, and gold star lesbian. And if my dad would have said shit about her,
it would have.
My stepmom would have beat his ass. Having strong women in his life with boundaries kind of taught him that like, you can't just be closed-minded. You have to accept people are different. And he learned through exposure to me, exposure to my stepsister, exposure to my stepmom.
Yeah.
He learned through a lot of that, and now he's also just getting older, because he's in his like late 40s now, and I guess mid 40s.
Yeah, your dad's
like late 40s now. He's like 48, 49 now.
Yeah.
And at 20. And handling a divorce and kids, you're not in a good spot. But in his 40s, when he's, seeing how the world's changing, and listening and talking and embracing community, and he started going to therapy and seeking out mental health and all that. And he's just made a 180, and he's just pleasant to be around, and he sets firmer boundaries for himself. And he even realized that money isn't the only profit, and took a lower paying job that was easier on his stress. And so he could be closer to home and easier on his body. And he's feeling better about himself because he set boundaries. So having firm but sympathetic boundaries.
Ooh, I love that.
This is my boundary, but you're not bad because you didn't know it or because you didn't remember it. If someone messes up my pronouns, like, oh, it's he today, but it's okay.
Look at that. It's I feel like your dad was being challenged to accept people.
Yeah, he was learning acceptance and empathy, and he had that like challenge in his way in life. And in addition to all that, which I guess like the cherry on the sundae, we lost my sister to texting and driving, which my dad worked for. Yeah, my dad worked for AT&T corporate when that started, and my sister passed because of texting and driving, and she was actually texting her boyfriend at the time, and then she got on the phone with my mom, and then while she was on the phone with my mom asking for help, a car hit her and she passed.
Wow.
So my mom was grateful that she got to be with her, and my dad realized after she passed that, he hadn't done a lot to accept her. He'd had an antagonistic relationship with her, but he loved her and he had never expressed it like he wanted to.
crazy events.
Yeah.
That really challenge us.
Yeah, and it's not like we deserve them. It's not like we enjoy them. It's not like we want them, but it's a challenge. It's life saying, okay, get better, get out. And I chose not to get out because I have things to do here.
Yeah, get better, get out.
And we all have something to do here, so there's no reason to get out. There's always a reason to get better. So, you know, he started the AT&T It Can Wait campaign because he wanted something to be memorable with my sister and something to be here after she's gone.
Look at that.
And he started at the memorial. He said, I just can't have any more hate in my heart. I don't have space for it anymore. He said, there's sadness, but I'm going to use love to fill that, not hate anymore. And he used that, and he just kind of has steadily become a better person. And I believed, you know, quick changes aren't lasting changes, so I'm happy it's taken a while because that means it'll stick. And I like who he is now.
Yes, and that's another thing. My friend, you know, Happy Pila, he's talking.
Oh, Pila. Hi, Pila, if you see this.
He talks about delayed gratification a lot. Like, all the great things are all delayed, you know? And so, like you were saying, like, usually things that are quick, it's like in a way of like pleasure or something quick, something that enters into your life quickly will easily leave as well. But if you build up on something, you said you're happy to see like the slow progression of your dad because it looks like he's like really making progress and staying.
It's kind of like McDonald's takes 5 minutes, but the wait list at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant is weeks. Like, if you want to fill yourself with something good, you're gonna wait.
Yes, right?
So I'm trying to remember that and realize that, and I'm not good at that. Like, I'm a wealth of fortune cookie advice, but I do not take any of it. I'm so bad.
My secret.
No, I was crying in the shower the other day, just like, people always leave and I'm sad.
Hey, we all have areas to improve on, but I would want to give you a gazillion credits of like, no matter what people said, like, no. You're like, no, yes, this is me though. Yeah, it's like, this is me though. So what the hell? Like, I can have two ways here. I can people please and fit into this box, or I'm going to just be myself because what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
well, and when it comes down to it, you can really only ever, like, no one's ever going to tell your story for you. You have to do it yourself.
No.
And when it comes down to it, you couldn't tell someone else's story if you wanted to. So do you want to fail at being someone else, or do you want to succeed at being you? I'd rather, and I don't like failing. I don't
even though that's required, you know, but
I'm just more attentive. I'm just like, I want to be a success, so I'd rather successfully be a mess than
look at this.
Than fail at being perfect.
Success than being a mess. Oh my god.
A successful mess than a failed perfection.
Oh no. I feel like I have to rewind all of this just to grab everything that you said because I love it. It's like, whoa.
I'm making t-shirts, man.
Let's join business
here.
T-shirt line.
We're gonna
t-shirt line.
Successful mess. We'll have a t-shirt that just says successful mess.
See all these ideas, right? You guys.
Embrace community. Get an idea.
Yeah, get an idea. Okay, and run with it.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to close this up. I just want to thank you so much. I knew it was going to be fun.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome.
I know you were going to say like amazing things.
Oh, thank you. I really just, talk and am surprised by the words that come out of my mouth just as much as you all.
Right. Like, I just, and then that happens with me sometimes when you just start expressing yourself. You're like, oh, I just said that.
Well, I got told in therapy one time that therapy is just speaking until you accidentally say something true. So for me, that's kind of therapy. I'm just saying stuff until I realize I said something true.
I love that. And would you say we don't use our voice enough?
Well, I mean, I have vocal nodules, so I use mine too much. But I'm in good, okay, not good. I'm in adequate mental stable health, so I welcome the nodules.
That made me think.
But no, a lot of us don't use our voices enough, and people tend to tell me I'm too loud and I talk too much, and I'm like, well, were you going to say it for me? I don't think so. So
that's me, right? Either you accept me or not. But see, that's so me.
If you don't like what I'm saying, there's quiet rooms everywhere.
Yeah, there's quiet rooms everywhere.
I am only in one place in the world. There are a lot of other places. Have fun. I encourage you to embrace your community. If I'm not it, I respect that.
Yes.
If I am, let's be friends.
Right? And so I would, like, before we leave, I would like to invite you guys to take a look around at the people that you love and ask yourself, do I actually accept this person?
Yeah.
And if you don't, then why is that?
Yeah, when you find that little voice in the back of your head going, oh God, why did he, I would never, what did that, ask yourself why that voice is there and what that voice is really saying to you. Are you saying that you really disapprove of that person, or are you saying you're not comfortable with yourself enough to embrace someone else's truth? Encourage yourself to challenge your own comfort and realize that your comfort boundaries are largely a reflection of you and not a reflection of other people.
No, because they're being them, right? They're on their journey, whatever it is that they're at.
Hey,
what does that say about you when you're having those thoughts?
If they want to dress up in a puppy mask and a rainbow wig, how does that hurt your day?
Yes. How does that affect you? How does that? Why does that bother you so much?
Why does it bother you?
They look happy. Okay?
No, I think a lot of times it's just jealousy. And think about like, what truth are you not living to the point where you got to hate on theirs?
Yes.
And then go live that truth. Go have that.
It's a practice, man.
Get your best life, honey. Do it, because no one's going to get it for you, and don't stop someone else from getting theirs.
Be a cheerleader. I wanted to point out. Oh, we got so many things that's coming out right now.
So many.
But I have
diarrhea.
I have a lovely girlfriend. She was drunk, so bless her heart. But we were walking around, and she was like, "See, look at these women. I cannot compete with that." I was like, "Oh, there you go again."
Whoever said you were. Whoever said you were competing.
Right? Like
who said you had to? Who put you in competition?
And I told her, I said, if you had self-love within yourself, right? Whatever that means to you guys, you would be like cheering them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn, look at that girl with their other bad self.
For getting you. Just like I would expect you to be proud of me for getting me. There's no need for competition if you are loving people the way you're loving yourself. It's
all here.
It's just a waste of love energy to be hating on other people. Don't waste your love energy. Love yourself. Don't hate other people.
Yes.
That's just, think of all the things you could be doing. I do so many things because I don't have time to be hating on people. I have so many things.
You're perfecting your craft. You're doing what you love, and you're choosing to express. Those are all expressive outlets.
Couldn't do
all
this all
of
if
them.
I was hating on people. Don't got time for it.
Don't got time for it.
Ain't got time for that kind of negativity.
Oh, I love what you said about like the person, you see someone wearing a unicorn, something, or whatever. Like, how is that ruining your day? Yeah, like how is that ruining your day? You know, like catch yourself in that moment. Like that person is dressing the way they want to.
If I saw someone
that's
do
bold.
that,
hello, like
if I saw someone do that, I'd walk over and be like, "Who's the good one? Who's the good one?" Back their little head. Get on with your bad self. Have a good day.
Like high five for doing whatever the fuck you want. Like that.
Or high pop. You know, whatever.
I love that. I love that. All right, you guys. We're going to leave it then up with this awesome energy.
Forever.
Yeah, we talk forever. And I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to meet up with me to do this.
Thank you for talking to me about my wins, because this is a win for me being here. So thank you for my win from the Quyn.
Oh, yes. Win for the Quyn, you guys.
A win for the Quyn.
Yes, and she said, oh my God, you guys, anyone that's rewatching, you guys got to rewatch this because she dropped some amazing, like, she said thongs.
Bombs. I'll drop some thongs too. I mean, how you doing, ladies?
She threw a lot of thongs here on the show. No, bombs. Like bomb sayings. Like, I just want to quote her auntie. All right. Yes,
I'll see you guys later.
Soon, and I will leave her Instagram here. And I want to see that Eskimo onesie. Is that on
Ewok.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get a picture in the comments, I'll post a picture in the comments. It was great.
Yes, it was great.
All right, it was good talking to you guys. Bye.
Bye.